Today we are making something with only 3 main ingredients, and it's absolutely delicious. Pissaladière. When you combine black olives, fresh anchovies, and onion, something magical happens. The first step is to take about 4 or 5 onions, and you need to slice them. They don't need to be super thin. It's more important that they're the same size. Next, hot pan, some neutral oil, and put your sliced onions in the pan. Add a bit of seasoning, mix them up. Next, we're going to slice some garlic. We need 4 or 5 cloves. So it's been about 7 minutes. I've left the onions caramelize. I'm adding the garlic now and a little bit of butter. I am now going to add a small amount of soy sauce. This is not a traditional ingredient for pissaladière, but I find it improves the flavor and gives it a nice kick of umami. There are a lot of recipes out there that just leave the onions whole, and you can do that if you want, there's no problem, but I definitely prefer a puree. You can spread it all over evenly. I also find that it's better because it prevents it from getting too dry. Towards the end of mixing our puree, I'm going to add a tiny bit of olive oil just to bring everything together. So that's what it should look like. Okay, now we're ready to roll out our dough. Okay, to begin, we're going to lightly dust our surface with flour. We're going to take a lump of dough about this size. So we're going to roll it out. And we're not going to roll this out like a pizza. We're going to keep it on the thicker side. So while you're doing this, you want to make sure that your dough doesn't get too sticky. If that happens, just put a bit more flour like that. So I'm going to roll this till it's about just under a centimeter thick. Now that we have the perfect thickness, we're going to roll it up gently with the rolling pin. And we're going to roll it back out on some baking paper. I am now going to cut the dough in a square shape. Make sure to save the excess dough for next time. Now I'm going to spoon on our onion puree. Spread it as evenly as possible. We are now going to put a layer of black olive. These rings we're going to put inside, and these other slivers are going to be on the top as a garnish. So we want to spread these out as evenly as possible. So once we've spread out all of our olives, we're going to start putting our anchovy fillets on. I'm using fresh anchovy fillets. You can use canned, but you want to make sure that they're not salted because that will be way too much salt. Once you have all your anchovies on, you're going to trim the excess. Just going to brush a little bit of olive oil on the skin. going to put the olive slivers on. And make sure to preheat your oven to the hottest setting. And we're going to cook this on a pizza stone for about 3 to 5 minutes. If you don't have a pizza stone, just put it on the floor of the oven. You're going to put a tiny bit of salt on top. Okay, so it's been about 3 minutes, and our pissaladière is cooked. Just going to touch this up with a bit more olive oil before we serve it. Look at that. Kitchen right now smells like heaven. I would take this over delivery pizza any day, and I'm sure you would too. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you'd like to see further recipes and techniques, please like and subscribe. Happy cooking!